Morning, it's 3rd January. What time is it? I have no idea. I should have just looked on my phone prior to starting this. It's 8:53. We are at Fort Smith, Arkansas, one of the
Proceed
terminals.
to the highlighted route.
Okay. We, the terminal, one of the terminals for Maverick in Fort Smith, Arkansas, right across the street from Gerdau Steel. I guess they built this place because they have so much product that they haul for them that they have their own yard. So one of the things that they do is they do preloaded trailers here, so you can pull in, unhook from your current trailer, and then hook up to the loaded trailer, which would seem maybe like a good concept in theory, but they put these preloaded trailers together with a couple straps on each end, and then you got to secure the rest of the load. That's fine, but once you get done securing your load, then you got to transfer all your stuff from one trailer that you were with to the trailer you just hooked up to. So it definitely does not save any time for the truck driver. It may, I don't know if it really saves time for the people that work here. I mean, I would think it would make it more convenient because they can load the trailers as they need to and not as required by whatever driver comes in. So whoever created this process, and this is just my opinion, may have created this to help the people that work here without knowing that it may hinder the truck driver. I don't know if they've done any time studies on this procedure that they do to see if it saves, how much time it saves on either end, to see if it is a more productive procedure. But my personal opinion is no. It's at least from the truck driver perspective, it actually slows us down. We came after we did our 3-load drop off yesterday, which went great. And if I was getting my cents per mile pay and not training pay, I believe I get $30 for every time I unload. So I unloaded 3 different times yesterday. That's $90 on top of whatever mileage I would have made. So it would have been a pretty good day. Anyway, we showed up here yesterday. We still had about 5 hours on our clock. And we knew it would take, I don't know, I figured an hour and a half to get loaded, secured, and out of here. But we found out after we got here, preloaded trailer, we did our swap, and we did our trailer swap on our Qualcomm. They said that there was no defects, blah, blah, blah. That the trailer was good last time they had a report on it. Well, we hooked up, and there was air leaks on 2 of the brake chambers, and like 3 or 4 of the tires were below the minimum tread depth that Maverick requires. So we put in a breakdown, and let's see, they replaced 3 tires, and they're just now replacing the last brake chamber because they didn't have one of the 2 that they needed. So we had to wait until morning, so we stayed the night here, so we didn't get to use up all our clock. Our load, leaving from Fort Smith, it is due for Jackson, Michigan. Yeah, Michigan. Minnesota? Michigan, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, we will, once they get this fixed, we will test it out, make sure everything's working correctly. Then we'll be good to go, and I'm assuming it'll be about, it's 9 o'clock, 8:56 right now. It'll probably be 10 o'clock before we get on our way. I'm hoping our goal is St. Louis for the night, because that would allow me to go home for one night and then get back up and go to the truck. But I may not go home because I don't want to have to get up super early just to get back to the yard to get going for the day. So it'll depend on what time we show up. Anyway, that's what's going on today. I also had at the Maverick yards, wherever they have a terminal, they usually have a company vehicle that the drivers can utilize to go get food, go to Walmart, whatever, to take care of their personal business while they have some downtime. So this morning I went with one of the drivers, a different trainer, because mine was still asleep. I got up at 6. Anyway, we went to a local breakfast place here, and we talked, which is rare for me. I don't really talk, but anyway, He was telling, he's been doing this for about 8 years now, and he's trained like 37 students. He's a former DOT officer, retired. Here I am, a retired Air Force guy. So we got to talking, and I told him how there's not a whole lot of information about Maverick out there that I was able to find, other than a few forums and everything I read. Nobody really had any complaints, and he kind of agreed. He says, you know, this, of all the research he's done, this is the greatest company he think he could work for. Now it might be a little bit biased. I don't know. This is his, I think, only trucking company he's worked for. But he says, you know, he's happy with what he's got. You know, they give him a great job. He was thinking originally when he worked here that he'd only work for 1 to 2 years and they'd get a local job. But he thinks it's great the way it works out for him right now. He says that he makes over $70,000 a year. So there is potential for people to make a decent living once you've been at it for at least, I want to say 3 years, because then you start hitting the regular pay raises. And let's see, what else did he say was significant? He'd mentioned, he says he's got a really good retirement from his previous DOT job, which really enables, and he's got his own business at home that his wife runs. So he says he doesn't do trucking because he needs to. He does it because he likes to drive a truck, which is great. I'm finding myself in the same opinion. So he makes, the money is not really a concern, but he says, you know, they do pay well. And so it's good to hear that there's more light at the end of the tunnel as far as the pay thing goes. Let's see, I was going to show you kind of the inside of the truck. I don't know how well you can see it. It's really dark. You can kind of see one of the windows up on the top of the cab. I'd get out and take pictures, but you know, what the heck. Let's just step outside. It's sprinkling. So you can see we've got steel tube there in the back fixing the trailer. There's our condo outside of the truck. And anyway, last night the weather was getting bad. It was like 34 degrees here, but I know up the corridor which we're going to be driving today, it's going to be really bad weather. Hopefully it's just rain and somewhat warmer temperatures. I don't like when it's wet and then freezing temperatures, because then I have to worry about black ice. But if it's not that, I can drive all day long without too much stress. Let's see, my trainer is now taking a shower, which could be a blessing. They have, at all the Maverick terminals, they have showers, free laundry facilities. You just have to provide your own soap. They provide all the towels. They have lounges and TVs and satellite TV and internet. So I mean, it's somewhat better than it's almost like a truck stop, but it's more centric for the company. You have to actually go places to get food, but hey, they provide you a car to go do that, so that's great. Let's see, I think that's about all for now. Again, this is day 33. It's Saturday. Typically we'd be doing a 48-hour reset, but our trailer thing I don't think it was going to work out with our scheduled delivery time and what time we ended up picking up. So one thing this other trainer had mentioned about fleet managers, he said this is one of the first times he's ever been stuck out for a weekend. Usually he's home every weekend, and he's been doing this for 8 years, and it was a specific fleet manager. I'm not going to get into names, but it's ironic that we didn't even have to say a name and he knew exactly who we were talking about. So anyway, there's apples in every barrel that you have to watch out for, and it's within every company. If you're thinking about driving truck, I don't know if it could really be any different for any new starter company where they bring in students with brand new CDLs and no experience. As far as the type of experience you'll have, in my opinion, you're going to be over the road. You'll have the same feeling I have. Well, not necessarily the same feeling, but the same experiences. You're out for a week at a time, home on weekends most likely, and making your money. So, and Maverick pays pretty decent. Anyway, I'm hitting my 10-minute mark, and I don't want to bore the heck out of myself or you. So give it a thumbs up if these kind of videos are working out for you. Please ask questions in the comments below. I get back to those pretty quickly. And then if you have any suggestions or questions specific to something you want me to show or address, please ask those in the comments below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. So until we get back to Michigan, I'll probably report in from there and let you know how things are going. Next week I should be being evaluated out of Little Rock. Fingers crossed. Till next time.